Welcome back to my channel. Last week and couple days ago, I posted a Q&A sticker on my Instagram stories. So you guys can ask me questions and I can answer them right here on my YouTube. So let's get through them. I did post the sticker twice, so I did get a lot of questions, and obviously I won't be able to go through all of them because it's just too many. And there are a lot of similar questions, but I did get a lot of good ones. So let's jump right into it. First question: what was the most challenging or enjoyable moment in your coding experience? I feel like it's a very difficult question to answer because I've been programming since 2018, so it's been a while. And I've had a lot of different experiences. But I would say that the most memorable experience that I've ever had in my coding experience was the time when I took down the production. I was working for public/government entity, and I was still a student. So I was pretty much doing a co-op or internship, whatever you want to call it. And of course, I took down the whole website. Most of it was gone. And I know what you're wondering. You're probably like, oh my God, how is that possible? Don't they have security measures for this? No, they did not. So yes, I took down the whole website, and then the real developers had to spend the whole day pretty much trying to restore everything. And no, they didn't have a lot of backup. That just goes to show you how bad some of the companies are. Is it bad to use AI to fix your code? No, of course it's not bad. AI is there to assist you. It is there to help you, to increase your productivity, to help you solve problems. Now, if you've seen my previous videos and you follow me on Instagram, then you probably know my thoughts about AI. I am not against AI. I am definitely for using it. But the way you use it has to be smart. And you have to make sure that if you are in a situation that tomorrow AI disappears, you still be able to do your job, which means that you shouldn't be blindly relying on AI. So no, it's not bad to use AI to help you to fix your code, to help you find answers and solutions, but make sure you do it smart. Why you decided to move to Canada? I came to Canada when I was 17, and at that time I finished high school. And I was between multiple countries. I was between United States, Canada, Australia, England, New Zealand, and a couple of more other options. And the reason why I chose Canada was because at that time I had better chance of immigrating and coming to Canada than I had to other countries. And honestly, I'm so happy that I came to Canada. What was your job before tech? Oh my God, I had a lot of jobs. When I first came to Canada, I studied business administration. And after I graduated, I had so many different jobs. I was in finance, I was in retail management, I worked in a bar, I worked in a nail salon, I worked in a car dealership. I had a lot of different jobs. I was just trying to find myself and trying to find something that I liked. And here I am. But I probably need to make a separate video talking about my previous jobs and just my job history because it will take a minute. This is a very popular question. So many people ask me this. What programming language should I learn? Honestly, it doesn't really matter what the first programming language that you decide to learn. I would suggest to start with a little bit of research and see what area of programming, what area of tech that you'd like to pursue. And again, it doesn't have to be something definite. You can always change your mind later on. But let's say, for example, that you want to do game development. So just go to ChatGPT or go to Google and see the roadmap for game development. There are so many good websites out there that show you the full roadmaps for different areas. So just go through it and see what the roadmap says. Any travel plans? In fact, yes. In June, I'm going to Paris for a tech conference and I can't wait. I'll be posting details very soon on my Instagram, so make sure to follow me there. And maybe you can come too. Which software engineering role has the highest remote working possibilities and is well paid? I can't answer that question. I am not a walking statistic. That's something that you have to do your research, because the job market is not the same everywhere. It's different depending where you live, the size of the company, how good are they to their employees, and it also depends on your skill level. So yes, I can't answer that question because you have to take all these variables into consideration and then do your own research. Why did you choose Canada over the US for tech job? Because I live in Canada? Can you be a teacher? No. I definitely don't have what it takes to be a teacher. First of all, I'm not the best person to explain different concepts and, pass on my knowledge. And I also don't have patience for people. So no, I won't be a good teacher. How to get placed at product-based companies? I'm not sure what exactly does it mean, but like any job, you have to either apply or network or know somebody in that company who can give you a referral. Yeah, like pretty much any other job. I'm a recent graduate in computer programming. What should I do now? I would say probably find a job. Like, you just graduated, so it's a very critical time for you. You need to find a job opportunity as soon as possible because the market is already hard, and being a person without experience who just graduated is even harder. So now you need to do everything that you can do in order to get a job. So make sure to apply to a lot of jobs, attend networking events, talk to people, try to get placed. Which domain you prefer, IT or cybersecurity or networking? I'm not sure what you mean by prefer. Like, if I had to pick, where would I pick to work? It honestly depends on the job. But if I had to pick, I'd say cybersecurity. It's a very interesting field, and I feel like it has a lot of possibilities, and it's also well paid. So yeah, I'd probably go with cybersecurity. And a lot of people keep asking me, how old is Bella? She is 14. I've had her since she was 4 weeks old. She was so little. Which career path should I take? I don't know. Nobody knows. You're the only one that knows. That's something that you either have to schedule a coaching call and then we can discuss and figure things out. Or the cheaper version would be just go to any AI platform and ask that question. It will ask you follow-up questions to figure things out, to see what you like, to see what you're all about, and then suggest you different things. It can help you brainstorm ideas. How long have you been a developer? Since 2018. I want to learn C++, but it seems like a very difficult language. It is. It is not an easy language to learn, but it's definitely worth it. And I used to love programming in C++. I used to love that extra challenge that came with it. Right now, I don't have patience for it, and I would never choose to do something in C++ because first of all, I don't have the need, and second of all, I don't have patience for it. But like I said, it's a great language to start your programming journey because it does teach you a lot of things that other languages might not. So go for it, try it, see how it feels. I'm a senior developer and I want to start creating content. Go for it. The largest following that I have is on my Instagram. And when I started, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about programming and I didn't know anything about content creation. I just decided to start and share my journey. I was still in college. I was struggling. It was just a way for me to express my struggles. So I definitely think that having your own platform, having your own brand is very important, not just for your tech career, but also for you, for all the opportunities that come with being a content creator. Because it's amazing. You get invited to things, you get to work with a lot of awesome brands, you get presents, you make money. And also you build community of people that you can do this with. So I'd say definitely go for it and just start. Was it always your goal to work in tech? No. I mentioned this before, but programming and tech is my second career. I went back to college in 2018 to study programming. And now I work in tech and create content around tech. But no, it was never my dream. I never even thought about that. I never even thought that I'd be able to do it. Like when I went to study programming, I thought I was crazy. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, no way you'll be able to do this. But here I am. So trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. What is your programming language that you work with? I work with many different programming languages. My job is to build server infrastructures. So it depends on the customer needs and the software that they use and what it is that they're building. I choose what is best for a specific task. Every project is different. So I'm not only a developer, I'm an architect. I'm a problem solver. I take every project and every project is different. So you have to go through it, you have to speak to the customer, you have to evaluate the scope of work, and then you create a plan of action. And then based on that, you choose the tools that you want to use. And I don't mean the tools that you want to use, but the tools that are best fitted for that specific project. By the way, since you all are asking, she's here.
Oh, here we go. Look at this girl. She's my 14-year-old baby. My baby. She's very unhappy. Okay, baby, sorry.
Her name is Bella, by the way, because a lot of people ask me what's her name. So I think that's it for today. If you guys like this style of video, please leave me a comment below and you can ask me more questions. And if you guys like it, I will definitely make more of this type of videos. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next Thursday.